The program, as I assume it still is, was a 5-county program. So it had offices all over the 5-county area. Mostly they were doing routine legal services work. The bulk welfare, landlord-tenant, matrimonial law. They had Peter O'Connor created a division called the Law Reform Division. And that division was supposed to just do class action or law reform type work. That's why they found me appealing to come there. They were looking for staffing. And I don't know that I even met Dave Dugan, who was the director then, before I was hired. Peter just had Tom Orovitz and me from the University of Pennsylvania willing to come there, and it was just like, it was found money in a way. So I started working there. At the time, the people in the Law Reform Division consisted of myself, Tom Orovitz, Peter O'Connor. There was a planner, Laura Greisman, and there was another law student, a Vista volunteer, Ken Miser, who had, I think, 1 year of law school experience. I ended up hiring Ken after when I became director, I hired him full-time while he was still a law student. The program was doing a lot of law reform work. Ken, for example, was highly active in landlord-tenant law reform. He probably wrote most of the landlord-tenant legislation that's currently on the books in New Jersey. We formed coalitions with different groups. That was a natural coalition with a very wealthy, the New Jersey Tenants Organization, which at the time had formed and was really representing relatively well-to-do tenants, like in Fort Lee, New Jersey and whatever. So it was a nice coalition, and Ken was able to get a lot of legislation passed. Mostly Peter and I were trying to shut down the city of Camden, and we were highly active in anti-urban renewal, anti-interstate highway construction in the city of Camden. And others were doing law reform in terms of farm workers. We had a farm workers division. It was a huge range of work. It was pretty cool what we were able to do at the time on a federal salary. Legal services salary, which was ironically being tremendously supported by federal funds, which wasn't lost on the city of Camden government, that the federal government was paying us to sue them.